Hello, dear student friends. Dr. Bapuji Salunkhe, Institute of Engineering and Technology, Kolhapur, welcomes you all to e-learning platform. This is Science and Humanities Department. Myself, Mr. Sudarshan Dinkar Mahadik, and the course which we are learning is Applied Science Physics. The unit which we are learning is Electricity and Capacitance. The learning outcome for our today's lecture is calculate the energy stored in the capacitor. So, you will be able to say what is or the which is the value of energy stored in the capacitor after learning this lecture. So, let us go. Energy stored in the capacitor. During the process of charging of a capacitor, the charge transfer from one plate to other plate takes place against the opposition offered by potential difference between two plates. So, dear students, consider this diagram of capacitor charging. How the capacitor is charged. Okay, so this is parallel plate capacitor. These green are actually the parallel plates, and the potential difference is applied across these capacitor with the help of this external battery or the voltage source. Okay, now these golden spheres are actually the electrons. So the process of capacitor charging is on now. When you on the battery and the circuit is completed, then the capacitor gets a charging. Now what happens during the process of charging of a capacitor? The charge transfer from one plate to other plate takes place against the opposition offered by the potential difference between two plates. Means what? See, when capacitor is charging, one plate is at a positive potential and other plate is at a negative potential. Okay, now you can see here minus q charge is accumulated and here plus q charge is accumulated. So for a transfer of a charge from one plate to another plate, see, by convention, what we how we denote it, that charge is transferring from one plate to another plate in this direction. This whole middle place is filled with a dielectric material and the electric field is established due to the charge transfer. Now when the charge is transferring from one plate to another plate, see, we can represent it by this way or by this way. Okay, so consider this situation now. What does it mean by the plus q charge is here? Means actually the electrons are pulling out from this plate and they are traveling from this plate to this plate. Okay, so they have to work against the potential difference applied. Okay, the potential difference applied is V, and during a charge transfer the opposition is offered by this voltage and the capacitor is charging. Okay, so we can see here, consider a capacitor of value C farads be charged at a potential difference of a V. Means the battery having a potential difference or a voltage V is connected across a capacitor having capacitor value C. Consider the charge on a capacitor at any instant BQ. Suppose the capacitor is charging and at a particular instant the value of a charge accumulated on a capacitor is a small q. Hence the potential difference across the capacitor plates is given by, okay, किती असणार potential difference पहा, the V is equal to Q upon C. See, here the potential difference across the capacitor, note this point, the potential difference across the capacitor and not the total potential difference supplied by a battery. This V is actually the potential difference across the capacitor. This charge Q is at a particular instant, what is the charge on a capacitor? It is Q, and when this small q charge is accumulated at the capacitor at that particular instant the potential difference is a V. ज्यावेळी चार्ज Q इतका असेल ॲक्युमुलेट झाला असेल त्या कपॅसिटरमध्ये, त्यावेळी त्या कपॅसिटरचं व्होल्टेज V इतका आहे असं या ठिकाणी सांगण्यात आलं आहे. आणि व्हॅल्यू ऑफ अ C is a capacitance. Okay. Now the work done in shifting the charge dq against V is given by एका पर्टिक्युलर इन्स्टंटला व्हेरी स्मॉल चार्ज dq इतका जर पोटेन्शियल डिफरन्स Vच्या अगेन्स्ट आपल्याला एका प्लेटपासून दुसऱ्या प्लेटकडे शिफ्ट करायचा असेल तर नेमकं किती वर्क डन घडून येईल. पर्टिक्युलर dq एवढ्या चार्जसाठीचं जे वर्क डन घडून येईल ते असणार आहे dw इज इक्वल टू VdQ. सी VdQ. So we replace this V in from this equation. So our equation will become dW is equal to dQ Q upon C. So from this equation we know that for a transfer or a shifting of a charge, small charge dq for a small time dt against the potential difference V, the work done for that single or small amount of charge is dW is equal to dq into Q upon C. So this is all about the small charge dq. But we are considering the full charging of capacitor. Then the work done is stored as a potential energy in electrostatic field by the capacitor. Means this whole work means the capacitor when it is fully charged, the work done in shifting those whole fully charged capacitor, the work done is stored as a potential energy in the electrostatic field by the capacitor. Means this whole work done is actually the electrostatic potential energy. Please note this point. The work done is in the capacitor is nothing but actually electrostatic potential energy by the capacitor. The total energy stored by the capacitor while charging to the final charge of Q is given by. See, we have just seen the equation dW is equal to that dq, see this equation, into Q upon C. So this equation was only for the shifting of charge dq. Okay, now when the capacitor is fully charged to its final value of a charge Q, then the energy stored in the capacitor will be the integration of dq Q upon C. See, energy is the electrostatic potential energy is actually the work done in shifting total charge Q from 0 to Q, integration 0 to Q dq Q upon C. So this C is inherent value, this is not dependent value, so we can simply put it outside the integration, and our integration after putting the limits will be Q square upon C. So E is equal to Q square upon 2C. So this is the value of energy stored in the capacitor. But this is a one form of energy stored in the capacitor. हा एकच फॉर्म आहे. हा फॉर्म्युला आपण मल्टिपल टाइम्स बदलू शकतो. कशा पद्धतीने पहा, we know that V is equal to Q upon C. This is our standard formula. If we put the value of, see, E is equal to QV upon 2. If we put the value of V is equal to Q upon C, then our equation will turn now as E is equal to QV upon 2. But we also know that Q is equal to CV. So our equation once again will be Q is equal to CV square upon 2. So these are different forms of energy stored in the capacitor. From this equation, we can simply say E is equal to CV square upon 2. This is a one form, but this form is also true, this form is also true. In this formula, we can simply say that with the help of this formula, we can calculate the energy stored in the capacitor. Okay. From this formula, we can also conclude that the energy stored in the capacitor is directly proportional to the value of a capacitor and to the square of the voltage across the capacitor. See, we can simply say that the energy stored in the capacitor is directly proportional to the value of a capacitor, see, and the square of the voltage across the capacitor. Means if the value of a capacitance is high, or the higher is the value of a capacitance, of a capacitor, then energy stored in the capacitor is also high. And if we increase the voltage across the capacitor, then the value of charge accumulating across the capacitor will go on increasing, and also the energy of a capacitor ultimately will grow. Okay, go on increasing. So the energy of a capacitor is dependent on the capacitance of capacitor and the potential difference applied across the capacitor. Okay, now let us look at one of the numerical. The numerical is a capacitor of 1000 microfarad is charged to a voltage of 25 volts. Calculate the energy stored in the capacitor. Now we are given a capacitor having the value of capacitance as 1000 microfarad, and it is connected across the voltage of 25 volts. So we are asked that when this capacitor is fully charged, then what will be the energy stored in that capacitor. So let us solve the numerical. We all know the voltage of the battery is 25 volt. The capacitance value of our capacitor is 1000 microfarad. So what will be the energy stored? We know the equation, just put the value in the equation and we will come out with the answer is equal to 0.3125 joule. Okay, so this much simple is the example. Thank you, dear student friends.